Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Our topic for this workshop is helping seniors avoid and prevent from scams happening. We see it more often or not. They get more complicated daily. So today I wanted to share with you what are some of the most popular scams out there and what we can do to help our seniors to prevent them from happening, or if unfortunately they did happen, what kind of help is out there and available. Just a little bit about me. My name is Olga St. Pierre, and I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams right here in our community. I have been in the industry and licensed in New Jersey and Pennsylvania for the last 11 years. And my mission truly is to help anyone's dream of home ownership come true and help you be a responsible and sustainable homeowner and help you and guide you through this process. We also have state-of-the-art moving concierge service. We can help you, your friends, or family, colleagues move anywhere pretty much in the United States and Canada. So please let us know how we can assist you with that. And please consider us your virtual yellow pages. And what that means is that if you're looking for recommendations for a contractor, for landscaper, for an attorney, accountant, any other kind of financial help, any other specialist, we are your go-to to help you with any of your questions or recommendations. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. So here is the game plan for today. What we're going to talk about is just in general what the scam industry looks like, to give you an idea just how extensive it is, different types of scams that are out there, also focusing on specifically scams that are also targeted towards seniors, which is, it's a very, very big population as well as a big target group. Talk about some help options if you have been a victim of the scam, and some tips and ideas to help you and your loved ones to be able to avoid being scammed by someone, and also some ideas on what's next. So let's jump right in. Here are some of the facts. And when I was reading and doing my research, it's truly astounding, and it's very upsetting and sad. It's a $45 billion industry, so to speak. Really, it truly is. And 80% of the telemarketing scam victims are 60 and older, right? So seniors are targeted because of their unease and their fear of computers. And of course, scammers love to prey on that fear. Fear drives us a lot further than some positive things and exciting things as well. So today, scams have become smarter and more sophisticated because our technology is evolving every day. And unfortunately is, when we talk about statistics, is that a lot of cases go unreported because people are either embarrassed or they don't know who to call. So unfortunately, the statistics is only based on those cases that are reported, which is not a large number. What I also found disturbing is that the telemarketers that may keep track of the numbers of people they have tricked and scammed, and then they pass and trade those numbers around their network of other scammers, so that way they can also take advantage of the same people. So I just found that very disturbing and upsetting. Unfortunately, that's the reality that we really truly do need to know, so that way we can figure out how we can fight them and not become a victim of the scammers. So let's jump right in and talk about different types of scams. As I'm sure you know, these people have been very much creative. And so here's a couple. So let's start with the most popular one is our phone, right? We get bombarded with phone calls all the time. And here's a couple that, we have seen, right? They're most popular. The reason being is that it's easy to do because there's no phone-to-phone interaction. There is no tracing. There's no paper trail. Right? So they're easy to do and very easy to hide. A couple of good ones, and when I was putting this workshop together, I realized that I actually got a bunch of these calls or emails, and I've seen this all, in my generation as well. So they're definitely not targeting just seniors, but try as many people as possible and see what happens. So IRS con, right? IRS impersonator will call you, or it's going to be a robocall telling you that you are going to be arrested unless you do something. And their goal is to ask you for personal information, okay? and they will threaten you with a fine, with the arrest, you know, with freezing your assets, things like that. So the most important thing to remember is that none of our government agencies will ever call you. They do everything by mail because that is the paper trail. There is a case number, something is going on. So make sure you understand that nobody will ever call you from a government agency. So my recommendation is just hang up immediately and then don't worry about it. This jury duty, I thought that was interesting, right? The impersonators, again, will pretend to be government officials. They will ask you for personal information. Again, they're not going to call you, so hang up as well. Robocalls, I'm sure you get them all the time. As soon as I pick up the phone, there is a little bit of a delay before the recording starts playing. So what I always do is just hang up and actually block the number that they call from. So that is another thing that you can do. Some scary things that I have found were out there were, you know, people preying on emotions, on our sense of security, on our love for our families, you know, fake accidents, kidnapping, calls from grandkids in trouble. That to me is just awful. However, you know, any way they can get you and play on your emotions and your love for your, you know, for your loved ones, they will do that, unfortunately. So my suggestion is, you know, when there's an accident, there's kidnapping, you have to hang up as much as you don't want to because you think it's true. And then you have to call your relatives, you have to call your family and actually verify that. Is that true? Because if truly there is a problem, you will know. The family will reach out to you as well. Also, what's popular are the fake charity solicitation, right? They sometimes even will come to your door. I get these calls all the time. And the challenge is you don't know if it's actually the charity calling or it's someone impersonating the charity. So if, you know, contributing charities is something that you like to do as part of your community service, it has to be done by mail. So that way you can truly verify if the information that is provided by the charity where to send your contributions is accurate. So again, verify these things. Do not make or pledge to make any contributions over the phone because you just don't know if it is the true charity or it's not. Let's talk about computers, right? A favored way for the scammers to try and get to you and get your personal information. A lot of the time it's done through software, right? They will call you and try you to say, well, you know, there's a problem on your computer. We need to be able to access it remotely, right? And truly, there's millions of computers out there and the companies are just not keeping track of every one of our computers. It's impossible, right? There's billions of laptops and iPads and phones. So no, nobody's keeping track. If you're having a problem with your computer, you need to call the tech support for the type of you know, laptop you have, or maybe the type of program that you have, maybe like, you know, Microsoft Office, or if you have a Dell or HP or Apple computer. Okay, so do not ever give permission for anyone to access your computer because they can actually steal data from your computer. They can install virus on your computer, and then it's very, very dangerous. Email, one of my favorites, right? You get this stuff all the time. It's part of your scam, actually, right? And it may look like a couple of different variations and they will make it nice and fun and fluffy and pretty, right? It could be that you won a lottery or some kind of a contest, or one of my favorites is, you know, a African prince has left me millions of dollars and they need to figure out a way to get it to me, right? So my recommendation to you is delete that email immediately and don't even bother. Banks and PayPal is very common as well. You're supposedly receiving an email from your bank or PayPal stating that your account has been compromised and you need to click on a certain link, right, to verify your information. My recommendation is don't ever click on any links, right? What I can actually share with you is I did some digging into some spam that we had come to our team. And I wanted to show you a couple that actually came through so you can see what it looks like. Let me share that with you. All right, so here's one that I can show you. Okay, so this was an email, okay, and supposedly it came from Sam's Club, right? The bulk purchases. Sam's Club, congratulations, you have been selected. You need to confirm ASAP. Okay, so supposedly the email came from Sam's Club. However, look at where it came from. Sam's Club ad, some absurd email, right? If this was actually coming from Sam's Club, you would actually see Sam's Club email. Okay, so that's one. And the second one was the actual body of that email. Okay, this is what you had to do. Okay, you have been selected to get $1,000 and you needed to click on this confirm ASAP button. Okay, so if you ever are curious to see where it's going to lead you, you can actually hover over the button where you're supposed to click and it will give you an address. And if it's some absurd, weird something, it is absolutely some kind of virus or some kind of malware that they're going to install on your computer if you click that button. So make sure that you don't do that. This is how they are getting you, because they are providing you with familiar information, right? Like Sam's Club is known to everyone. So this is just something that I wanted to share with you, what not to do. All right, let's get back to it. All right, internet browser pop-ups, very, very common, right? You are doing your work, you are on researching something on Google or some other website, and all of a sudden there's a pop-up that says, oh my God, you just downloaded a virus, you need to quickly delete it, and here's how, click here, right? Buttons to click, prompts to call, you'll see it might even look like an ad for something. Okay, do not click anywhere. My recommendation to you is just close the whole page and open a new page. Or if it still pops up, my recommendation is just completely close down your computer, maybe restart it. Okay, so nobody's ever going to tell you there's something on your computer or you caught on to something by actually having that as a pop-up ad on your browser. Usually if there's issues with your operating system on your computer, you're actually going to get a message from your computer. It's going to show up at like the bottom right hand corner where it scans on a regular basis to make sure that your operating system, your laptop is working properly. And that is where you're going to get that message that something is up. Okay, not on your browser when you're looking up some information. Some other scary ones that I thought had to do with Medicare and health insurance. Okay, somebody may call you and impersonate a Medicare representative and they ask you for personal information, offer you bogus services. Definitely hang up. Again, government agencies will never call you. Everything that they do is through mail to make sure to show you that it is a legitimate request or providing information. Also, what is scary is counterfeit prescription drug websites. Right? They are usually online and they may offer you better prices, but also unsafe substances. So before you actually get there and you look them up, consult with someone who knows. Make sure that it is a reputable website that sells, that has a license to do that. And also, trust your judgment. If it looks and sounds too good to be true, it probably is, right? We all know that prescriptions and medications are not inexpensive. They cost a lot of money. So if someone is trying to sell you something at a very good price, it's probably not a good thing. All right, let's talk about mail and in-person scams, okay? These are the ones that I get calls all the time because of my involvement in the real estate industry, right? Because of what I do. People will try to get money out of your home with the reverse mortgage or some kind of other scam to take advantage of the equity in your home. Okay, because the mortgage has been paid off, you have a lot of money in equity in your home, and people will try to take advantage of that. My recommendation is if you get something that looks really appealing and enticing, you need to do your research. You need to call your agent, you can call me, call someone who knows, who can then do some more research about the company to see if it's truly legitimate and do a little bit more digging in the background to make sure that they actually are doing and being of help to you rather than trying to take advantage of you. Offers of property tax-free assessments from the county offices for a fee. We've seen that happening, not in our area, but actually in a different state. And again, the county is never going to offer you to do something for a fee to help you reassess. This is something that you can do privately. They will only mail you your assessment, let you know how much you have to pay taxes for the upcoming year and when those are due. And that's it. That is what their responsibility is. Fake contractors going around door to door, we see that quite often, right? And they're offering to do some repair services, or maybe they'll tell you, oh, well, I am in the neighborhood. I did a roof of, somebody on two streets down. How can we help you? And by the way, if you are interested in helping us, we need a deposit right now, right? We need a check, we need cash or something. And then once you give them that money, of course, then they disappear. So with regards to having someone at your home, if you want to have a contractor, you need to, first of all, do some research and make sure that the contractors you are bringing to your home are reputable, they have license, they have insurance. So I wouldn't recommend picking anybody off your front door just because they knocked. So, and again, as I mentioned earlier, if you need recommendations for good contractors or some work that you're looking to do, please reach out. We're more than happy to provide you with those recommendations. Funeral and cemetery scams are very hard. And unfortunately, there are people out there. Strangers may literally attend the funerals of people and try to prey on the widow or widower, claiming that their deceased had some kind of outstanding debt with them, right? And then they try to extort money from the relatives. They're trying to prey on the fact that someone is upset and distraught, and they may not be in the best state of mind to make financial decisions. Also, there are disreputable funeral homes out there, and they don't have the reputation for being honest and providing outstanding customer service. They may add fees and unnecessary charges to the bill because they know that the families do not do this very often, right? We prefer not to deal with funeral costs and needs often, and when we do, some funeral homes will take advantage of their clients. So let's make sure we do our research. If you are doing estate planning and you are making these arrangements, you are doing that with a reputable funeral home in the community. How to protect ourselves. Let's talk about that. Some good things that make sense that will help you, okay? So number one, before you do anything, I think that's not on this list, is that just stop and think for a second. Does this make sense, right? Is this, or is your intuition telling you something else? So stop before you do anything and think about it, right? So phone tips. Number one, don't answer the phone from a number you don't recognize, okay? Right? If it's a doctor's office calling you or someone else that's calling you, if it's important, they will leave a message, or they may send you a text message and they will let know, it's Donna from Dr. Geiger's office, just wanting to let you know, to confirm an appointment or whatever it may be, right? They will leave them a message if it's important. If they don't leave a message, obviously it was not important, okay? Also, hang up if the caller uses unprofessional or broken language. A lot of the times, the people and the scammers are from overseas and they may have heavy accent and it's not appropriate. Remember, people who are in customer service field, those that are there on the phone, it's part of their requirements and training to make sure that they are professional on the phone. Okay? So if it sounds like they're being rude, unprofessional, with broken language, hang up. Tech companies, they do not monitor millions of computers and laptops and electronics that are in use today, so they will not call you. Okay, so just blatantly hang up if they do. Block solicitations. Here's a couple of ideas for you. For mail, if you're getting tons of stuff and you're getting buried in mail, you can go to optoutprescreen.com to stop getting as much of the fluff and things that need to be just recycled when you get them. For your phone, request to be put on the do not call list is donotcall.gov. Just understand you're still going to get phone calls though, so don't be frustrated. It's not going to make all of them go away. However, the goal is to reduce the volume of the calls that you're getting. Number 5, call your family, and verify things. If you're not sure and you got a strange call and it's bothering you about something, call your family and say, hey, I just got this call. It has to do with my granddaughter. Is everything okay? Right? So if you think about it, no matter what, if something happens in the family, you will know almost immediately because that's what we do. We notify our loved ones if something is going on. Do some research. Absolutely. If you're not sure or this is strange or it's scary, do some research, and you can just type in your browser, write the name of the company or product name, or if you have a Department of the Revenue calling, just type it in and research and say, Department of the Revenue calling my cell phone. You'll be surprised how many other of the articles or how much other research and other people have actually inquired about it as well, and see what's on there, right? What I already mentioned to you before is with regards to the contractors or charities, you need to research them online, make sure that they are legitimate, that they're registered, that it's actually a nonprofit, right? We want to make sure that we are donating money for the good cause that you believe in, and it's an actual charity that will use the work for the cause that they are raising money for. Don't ever make any upfront payments. Do not deposit strange checks, and do not wire money, okay? If you're not sure, but it sounds too good, right? Stop and think first, right? Check with the people that know, just don't do it, right? None of these things are life-threatening emergencies. You can take the time and do your research and make sure that you are doing the right thing and not being scammed. And number 8, also be skeptical about free trial offers, right? You want to research the company, make sure that it has the good reputation, any kind of associated feedback, reviews, and complaints, and just be careful. Lots of companies offer free offers, but then they say, you know, you have to call us back in order to cancel your subscription, for example, right? They'll say, oh, well, free 7 days, free 30 days, but be careful, right? And if it is legitimate and you definitely want to try the product, but you're not sure, you need to actually set a reminder for yourself to either cancel or continue with the service in whatever the time frame is for the free offer. A couple of other suggestions for you. If you want to make sure that you are not going to be victim of identity theft, there is a service that is actually offered by Costco. I saw that in one of my mailings that came in, and I wanted to share that with you. It's called CompleteID.com. What they do is they screen and make sure that there's nothing suspicious, right? EverSafe is a web-based service that monitors daily on your accounts that you link into that website. There's a monthly fee, but what they do is they monitor activity to make sure there's nothing suspicious, and if there is, they notify you immediately, so that way you can take action and check and make sure, okay? If you want to be kept posted on what scams are, how things are going in general, and be kept abreast, FTC.gov, it's a very reputable government agency, has a website. You can sign up for alerts and information and be kept up on the latest about that. Keep a useful list of phone numbers to call, right? If you suspect a unusual activity or fraudulent activity, you want to make sure that you have the phone numbers for your banks handy, right? You want to make sure that you have the number to your local police handy, and also adult protective services for seniors, right? Depending on where you are, which county you're in, each county, each state has the government agency to help you and protect you, okay? So, and again, trust your intuition. If this really smells fishy, right, it probably is fishy. So trust your intuition and verify and trust and verify and research before you do anything. So if you actually are a victim of a scam, here's a couple of considerations, okay? Number 1, do not be embarrassed to talk about it, okay? Please take this and discuss this and share this with someone that you trust, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a professional, okay? I can guarantee you, just as I mentioned, it is a $45 billion industry, which means that people get scammed every day. Okay, you're definitely not alone, and there's definitely help out there, okay? So if it is your computer that got hacked, right, you need to immediately shut it down completely. You need to take it to professional support to help you, okay? Here are some examples for you. Best Buy has Geek Squad. There are computer services at Staples and Office Depot. Okay, you can also ask your family members, maybe they know somebody that can help, or ask for help as well. If you realize that your computer was hacked, you need to check your bank accounts immediately for any fraudulent charges and contact your bank immediately to put a freeze and make sure that they're monitoring for any unusual activity. So you need to let them know. Then I strongly encourage you to report the scam to your local police department, right? If we don't report it, the statistics does not get reported, and our federal government agencies don't know, and they're not able to keep track. So yes, take the time and head over to your local police department and let them know about what happened so you can actually file a report. And I also included a few government agencies for you to reach out to. depending on where you are, each county does have them, and some agencies are specifically working and helping our seniors. Bucks County has Area Agency on Aging. Mercer County, New Jersey has Division of Aging Services. We have Elder Abuse Prevention, and the same thing in Burlington County. So if you actually live in other counties, I encourage you or your family member to figure out who and which agency and what is their contact information in your area where you live, and add that to your list as well. So just wanted to kind of also thank you for popping in on this workshop. This is what we like to share in our community to be a resource to you. And I thought that the idea of talking about scans was important. I, as a mom, as a daughter as well, and it was important for me to share this information with you, so that way you can then educate others and hopefully share this information with others, and hopefully you find it helpful as well. My contact information is right here on the slide. If you have some other questions, maybe you wanted to talk to me privately, I am more than happy to speak with you and point you in the right direction if I'm not able to help you as well. We are here to help you for recommendations for home organizers, antiques and valuables, appraisers, contractors, helpers, and anyone else that you can think of, whether you're moving or not. Please, we also encourage you to check out some other workshops that we have available that we're currently hosting virtually. So you can do this from the comfort of your home. Everything that has to do with home ownership, doing some repairs on the budget, decluttering is something that big that we've been sharing with you on how to do that and not pull your hair out and actually get things done. So we are more than happy to help you. So check out our listings and our schedule for the next month. And please, I encourage you to also check out and request your free senior resources, everything from checklists to home safety assessment, room plans, digital inventory, different spreadsheets. We have all these things available to help you in planning your retirement, your golden years, depending on what your goals and plans are. We are here to help you. The recording of this workshop, as well as the previous ones and everything going forward, is posted a few days after the workshop is over on our YouTube channel. So we encourage you to check out the channel, to look at the recordings, to enjoy them from the comfort of your home on your own time, in your own pace. And that link is Penn Jersey Living right on YouTube here. And if you are on social media, I would love to connect with you on my Facebook account. Please find me, and so we can become friends and I can be a resource to you. I want to thank you for attending today, and I'm going to stop recording now so we can talk and I can answer any of your questions. And if you want to talk privately again as well and not post your question here, you can contact me in my phone number, text, or email. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you found this helpful, and we will see you next time.